I don't quite know where to start. I'm not overly comfortable being on camera, but I wanted to do a kind of video diary because I hadn't seen anything that helped me. I'm also very uncomfortable with making eye contact, so that's going to be a learning curve. So I had the gastric sleeve on February 14. It is currently Saturday night of February 18. I got out of hospital Thursday night, I think. So I went in Tuesday, came out Thursday, and now it's Saturday. When I was looking for research material, I couldn't find anything that helped me specifically, especially Australian, because obviously countries do things differently, and I wanted specific Australian information. Before I go into detail, I just want to apologize for this mess. I don't have energy to do anything at the moment. I can't lift things, so I can't do laundry. I can't deal with boxes. I'm currently building a house, which is a whole other story, but I have boxes everywhere because I'm building a house, not currently in my own place. I can't wear a bra, so I apologize. I will try to keep it contained, but I can't wear a bra because the incisions are here. So I'll see if I can get a photo. There's 6 of them. It's keyhole surgery, so they're about that big. They're a little painful at the moment, but I haven't needed pain medication for about a day and a half. So I took the pain medication at the hospital. The doctors were just giving it to me, part of their procedure. And then I took it the Thursday night. I think I took it the Thursday night, and then the Friday morning, the Friday night, and since then I haven't taken anything because I haven't felt a whole lot of pain. I was originally given Panadol tablets, but then I told them I wasn't comfortable taking tablets yet, so they tried to give me liquid Panadol. It was this red stuff. It was terrible. I couldn't drink it, so they gave me this paracetamol soluble, which is also disgusting, but I add a little bit of the Allowed diet cordial to make it easier, because obviously you can't just down it in one go. You have to sip it. So you have this long period of tiny little sips of something that tastes really, really bad, and you kind of need to make it swallowable, I guess. I don't like the way that sounds. I was also given nausea tablets, which I haven't needed. They're ones that go under the tongue and they dissolve into your system under the tongue. It prevents nausea. I've only had one bout of nausea and I haven't needed them since. I'm going to keep them on hand just in case, because why not? I was also given acid reflux medication. I've not needed that. I've gotten very lucky. I haven't needed most of the medication that I was given, which is pretty good. From what I've heard, people are on medication for quite a while, so thank God I don't have to take it. And I was also given a fast-acting, quick-release painkiller, which I haven't needed, thankfully. I think once I'm done doing all of this, I might take some of the soluble paracetamol because I'm feeling a little bit sore. I think I was walking around and doing too much stuff, which I shouldn't be doing, but I'm on my own. My partner's not here, and I live with my nephew at the moment, and he's just gone out. So I had to do stuff on my own. This is going to be a mess. There's no structure to it. I was going to write things down, but I didn't. So I'm probably going to regret this. I'm not going to go into the hospital process. This is purely going to be the post-op that I experienced. My doctor was amazing. I don't know how things work with naming names, but I live in Western Australia. My doctor was amazing. He's not the original doctor that I went through. The original doctor that I was going to go through had his license revoked through the hospital or something like that, which is concerning, but I'm glad I got this doctor. He was so kind, wonderful bedside manner, made me incredibly comfortable. So I am on multivitamins for the rest of my life, apparently. I don't know how things work with labels, but I am on a chewable orange multivitamin specifically created for bariatric surgery. So it's just in, I don't know what I can show you. It's just in a little black bottle with an orange label. I don't want to show it. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm also from the same brand, I'm taking the tasteless water collagen and protein powder, because apparently a couple months into the healing of the surgery your hair starts to fall out, and this collagen stuff is supposed to help that. Obviously you're not getting the amount of protein that you need to keep your hair healthy or in your head or body. So I'm taking that. I have a bottle of water, and it is a SodaStream bottle, but I use it because it has a line. Obviously it's not bubbly. Bubbles will be very painful. It has a 450 ml line, and I fill it up with water, put 1 scoop of the tasteless protein powder, and then a tiny dash of sugar, I think it's diet cordial, because water sits heavily in the stomach now. It's very painful, and it going down, it's very painful. So this is what I use. It's just a little SodaStream bottle with flavorless protein powder, water, and a tiny bit of flavoring. It works. It makes it easier. So when I first got home, I look like a mess. My apologies. I don't always look, most of the time I look like a mess, but today more than usual. When I got home, I was scared to consume anything. I was scared of tablets. I was scared of everything, because my surgeon pushed the leaks that can happen. Obviously they have to be careful of, you know, the bad things that can happen, but he pushed the leaks that around week 4 is when leaks start happening and it's dangerous and you end up in emergency. And I'm like, oh my God. So I've been too scared to really consume all that much. I had a mug, just like a normal mug. It's about that big. And I would fill it half with warm water, and I crumbled up a chicken OXO cube. And I would just have teaspoons of OXO cube, because I was too scared to over consume, to like accidentally hurt myself or the staples. Sorry, I think I do get gases. It like builds up in the stomach, and then it's really painful, and it's kind of like a half hiccup, half burp, but it can't come up yet because this is still internal pain. It's uncomfortable. So I was having teaspoons of this chicken OXO broth, which wasn't overly pleasant. I think I had that, I didn't have it Thursday night. When I got home Thursday night, I went straight to bed because I was exhausted. I had it Friday night, and then I had tiny bits of diet jelly, which is on the list from my surgeon. He said you can have some diet jelly. Again, no one told me how much I could have, or if there's a minimum that I need to have per like meal sitting. I was just trying to figure it out on my own. So I've been severely malnourished for the past couple of days, because I've been having maybe 5 teaspoons of broth and half a teaspoon of jelly. With the jelly, I've been sucking it through my teeth, so that by the time it hits my tongue, I push it back out and suck it back in, so that before I swallow it, it's like pure liquid. Obviously, if you consume too much, you're going to damage the staples, and that's when the leaks happen. So I've been Saturday, I should have written this down. I don't do this very well. I don't talk very well. So I've been living off half a teaspoon of jelly, and like 5 teaspoons of broth at a time. Today I was going through my paperwork and I realized that you're supposed to have about 200 ml in each meal sitting, which I've definitely not been having that. So I had this today. This is a Coles brand Flavors Creation pumpkin, sweet potato and cumin soup. It's pure liquid, which on the liquid phase you need to have pure liquid, and it was just so much better than chicken broth. It's so much better. I had I had a quarter cup of this, and then a quarter cup of just tap water, and I microwaved it for 30 seconds, mixed it up, microwave it for a little more if I wanted it a little warmer, but I didn't. I just stuck to the 30 seconds. And then I was just having it with a teaspoon, and that's what it worked. And I wasn't feeling malnourished. I wasn't, because I found that when I'm not consuming enough water or I'm not consuming enough liquids or something like that, I get gurgly, which is odd and new, but I get gurgly. So there's a teller for me for when I need to start consuming stuff. Don't know if there's anything at this point, anything else. I am nearly at my 1 week mark. Tuesday will be 1 week, and I can start going on to slightly thicker liquids. I think I can start having drinkable yogurt. I can have the high protein up and goes, but I've heard from people in the support group that I'm in that they can trigger something called dumping, which is where your body like violently rejects what you've just consumed and you end up incredibly sick. Sorry, that was an involuntary hiccup. I've been cautious of the up and go because they've got a lot of sugar in them, but they're supposed to be like a breakfast beverage, so I might give that a go in the morning. But one thing that I'm taking out of this past couple days, I'm very dehydrated. I'm obviously not consuming enough water, so I need to up that. I forgot my vitamin today, so I might take that when I'm done. And I need to have at least 200 ml of anything for breakfast, lunch and dinner. I think that's everything. I might do more updates because like I said, I couldn't find any resources that were helpful specific in this kind of category. It was people talking about the pre-surgery stage, or it was Americans, and obviously their system is different, and it just wasn't helpful for me. I will possibly make another update when I hit week 2, week 3. I might do an update on, sorry, it's sore. I might do an update on what I did for the 3-week pre-op, how I was able to fund it, like all through that process, and why I opted for the gastric sleeve, because I think I'm expecting a lot of judgment from what I've heard. People call it the easy way out. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's a lifestyle change. You don't use it as like a band-aid. You use it as a complete 180. I hope this was informative. It's not a lot of information, but again, it's not even been a week and I'm still learning a lot as I go. The situation is probably not going to change, not for at least a couple weeks, because I can't do anything and my partner's not here. I'm a couple days after surgery. I can have some leeway. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'll see if I can answer whatever I can. Obviously, I'm not a medical professional, but I can answer them based off what I've experienced so far. Okay, bye.